As you guys know, tomorrow starts the beta for Call of Duty Modern Warfare for PS4, Xbox, and PC all at once. And I'm not going to lie, I am a tad bit worried about my experience that I'm going to have with this game. I love how the game looks. When you watch some really fire gameplay on YouTube or something that looks really good for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the game looks fun. It looks exciting, but every person that I know has told me the same exact stuff. I do have a couple of people that really did enjoy the experience. And I know a lot of you guys enjoy the experience as well. If you go to my community poll now, the majority of everybody has pretty much claimed that they said they love the game. But from the mass majority, probably the majority of everybody that I've talked to, they all say the same thing to me. It's campy. The spawns suck. And now there's rumors of skill-based matchmaking being handled throughout the whole game. I was originally going to talk about that, but I don't really want to get too much into skill-based matchmaking. There's already tons of people out there who has already made pretty much content about this, so you guys can go check out their videos. But skill-based matchmaking is just not something that you want in Call of Duty. Not only does it connect you with people that you just do not need to connect with for connection reasons, also making lobbies very impossible to find when you want one just to have a little fun in. You know, nobody wants to compete against themselves, a mirror image of yourself every 5 seconds of your life. And also, you just don't learn when you're a worse player and you continue to verse worse players. If you're a noob, you need to get your butt kicked. You need to get sauced up, and you need to learn from the mistakes that you make to become a better player. But if that is actually included, if skill-based matchmaking is included into Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I'm not going to have a good time during the beta. That's automatic, I know already. Even if I think I could deal with the camping or anything like that. Just already, right off the top of my head, I know that I will not enjoy the beta if skill-based matchmaking is actually a thing. Now, Infinity Ward never confirmed it. So until Infinity Ward confirms that this is actually in the game, I can't really speak any facts on it. But I have a feeling once I finally get to try this game out that I will probably be able to tell, just by playing a couple of matches, if skill-based matchmaking is heavy in this game, or if it's maybe on the lighter side. We'll have to find out. Now, I've always been a big fan of larger scaled maps. Not too large, to the point where you have to run miles and miles across the map just to get to another point. You can leave that for Battlefield. I don't mind getting on Battlefield to get that type of an experience. But when it comes to Call of Duty, they have a specific style for their large-scaled maps. Thinking back to probably World at War. I think World at War and Modern Warfare 2 easily did the best when it came to their larger-scaled maps. There's enough distance between you and the enemy that you can still strategically think out your next move or take a break from the gunfight, but it still didn't take away all the action. The action was there. You still got into constant gunfights, people were getting constant streaks, it still had its fun factor. But in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I'm a little worried that the maps might be too big. Now, like I said, for me, that's not an issue. I would love to play it, and I would still play aggressively, hands down. The larger the map, the better chances you get at making a more strategic play or more rewarding moves. Instead of just running around every single corner and blasting people, you actually have to think out your next play. But in a Call of Duty game, Call of Duty players don't play like that. A lot of Call of Duty players usually just stick to Call of Duty. They don't branch off to different games like Battlefield or Rainbow or PUBG. So for being a Call of Duty player exclusively, being introduced to maps that are very large-scaled, probably the largest maps that we've seen in a while for Call of Duty games, will definitely intimidate a lot of people. And what this intimidation does is it holds back these players from wanting to play how they usually play. Their constant, aggressive playstyle that is typically how Call of Duty is played is now drained out because people don't know how to maneuver this map. So I'm a tad bit scared about the campers in this game, because it seems like there's plenty of buildings, plenty of hiding spots, and plenty of open areas. Which, like I said, for me, I enjoy that. I enjoy the idea and the concept of breaching into a building and clearing it out. Or holding down a line of fire that you can just mow a bunch of people down while they're trying to pour over to you. You know, all these concepts are Call of Duty-like. They're fast-paced, they're action-packed, each and every concept. But it always sounds better on paper. Always. Because once the community gets their hands on this game, and they start playing it the way they want to play it, And the sweats want to get these nukes, 30 kills, and they will camp their hearts out to the fullest extent until they can get this nuke. You get people and players like that start to change up the flow of this game. So now something, or an idea that was supposed to be cool, you know, large-scaled maps, a lot of action, people running around, streaks pouring on in, you know, breaching into buildings, mowing down tons of enemies, now turned into a concept of people just camping and not moving an inch. I mean, some people aren't even leaving their spawns. They just go to the first building they see, go upstairs, plant a bunch of claymores, and call it quits. Which that playstyle doesn't really work too well. On large-scale maps, it's all about holding specific areas and moving on to the next fight. You don't have to just hold one area and do nothing the whole game, nothing to help your team out. You're always supposed to be finding the advantage. Maybe your goal is to find a building that can hold down a line of fire that will help your team move up. Or maybe your goal is to hold down the B flag. You know, there's certain areas that camping can be more well received, but when you're not doing anything and you're sitting in the back of the spawn, it's not really helpful to anybody in the game. Nobody on your team and nobody on the other team is going to enjoy that experience either. And I'm not saying every Call of Duty player is going to camp because of the larger scaled maps. I'm not calling anybody out. Actually, the majority of the Call of Duty players that I know and talk to on YouTube all rush, even in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm just trying to pinpoint the people who are more casual. Maybe the young kids or the older adults who don't want to step on YouTube or don't see the community and don't see what the Call of Duty community is really all about. The people who are already camping in Call of Duty games that you see currently. But now the maps are 3 times the size of the older maps. So if they're camping on the other maps that we're playing in past Call of Duty games, they are for sure going to be camping in these maps in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And the worst part of it all is that this is the first Call of Duty game that we finally get crossplay for. And I'm so excited. Because all my friends that are at home, the people that I know personally, live and in person, in flesh, these people play on console. So this was my first time to finally be able to play Call of Duty with them again. But they also hate the game as well. They're telling me the same thing that I'm hearing from every other YouTuber out there too. The game is slow, this game is campy, everything is just off with this Call of Duty title. So it's like the one time that I will finally be able to play Call of Duty with my friends again. Is this going to be the worst experience that I'm ever going to have? Am I going to enjoy finally playing with my friends on a Call of Duty game? Or am I going to absolutely hate the experience? I'm worried, guys. I'm worried. Like I said, I was so excited to see what Modern Warfare had for us. It looked like a great game with the 2v2. But the first beta weekend went so bad. And I heard so many horrible opinions of the title. With the exception of a few positive people out there who did enjoy the game a little bit. But the overall viewpoint of this game was pretty much negative. And now beta weekend number 2 is coming around, and the Xbox and PC players are finally getting to play it. And you know, to us it's still fresh. We haven't touched it yet. So we're coming into this game thinking that it's probably still going to be fun. You know, I haven't had to deal with what you guys dealt with. I haven't dealt with all the campers and all the annoying people. I'm just looking at all the gameplay, I'm seeing cool things, and I'm thinking this game is looking great. But now it's finally time for our days to be ruined, and I'm borderline worried because I still have very high expectations for this Call of Duty game. But just the slightest thing wrong, the tiniest thing wrong with this game will throw everything off. So what I'm hoping for is that the PC community really handles this game great. Because as you guys know, the PC community plays Call of Duty way differently than the Call of Duty community. There's next to no campers on the PC, ever. And if you find a camper, they're practically dead. Because if they're camping, they're not very skilled players on PC. And the skill gap on PC is insanely different from console. No aim assist is, you either know how to aim or you can't aim. And if you can't aim and you're camping, you'll probably get drilled because people can snipe with pistols across the map. So on PC, I'm actually hoping that it's going to be good. I think the player base is going to play it a little bit differently. Which also makes me think that console players might want to play with PC players a little bit more. You know, if they stick to their console lobbies, it might be bad. The camp fest might be a little crazy. But if they cross-play with the PC side, hey, it might be a little sweaty. Might be a tad bit sweaty. But you will probably enjoy the more fast-paced experience. And also you guys get a bunch of different options for your aim assist. If you haven't noticed yet, in the option settings in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think it's like 3 to 4 different variations of aim assist. Each one getting stronger and stronger. And I think they purposely implemented that into the game because of crossplay with PC players. So they can have an extremely sticky lock-on aim when, you know, us PC players is kind of just, you know, snap on and shoot. They're trying to make the playing field a little bit more fair. And I know, I'm trying to convince you guys, I'm trying to convince all the console players to please come and populate the Call of Duty PC servers. They are dying. They are completely dying. And if the console players were willing to play with PC players, if we could just find a way, that would really help. But honestly, with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I'm not even that worried. The way this game plays now, and also with the 32 versus 32 game mode that they will be releasing, with actual drivable tanks and drivable helicopters, just like it would be in a Battlefield game, I think the multiplayer servers might be a little bit more populated. Because, as you know, on PC, Battlefield's a little bit more bigger on this than it is on console. So with that being said, if more Battlefield players enjoy this new Call of Duty title, they might come over and populate our servers, which is a very easy fix to help out the PC side of things. But at the end of the day, the game is definitely about console. The majority of the community all plays on console, so they have to still try to make it their main priority to make sure that the core Call of Duty feel is still there. They can't make a completely Battlefield simulator, which they didn't. I can tell you that for sure just by watching the gameplay. I don't need to play it to tell you that Call of Duty Modern Warfare is not Battlefield, it's not Rainbow Six. It's literally Call of Duty with a new spin on it. But it's not any of those titles. But they're definitely trying to lean in that direction, which a lot of players are definitely not taking too well. But that's it, guys. I didn't really have too specific of a topic to talk about today. I just wanted to talk about my concerns with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta and how I'm just a tad bit worried about going into this, because like I said, I have high expectations for this game. Like, I seriously really think this game is going to be good. Just by the way the guns feel, look, sound, the new map design, the doors and stuff like that you can walk through, the ways you can approach the doors, you can slowly crack it open, chuck a stun in, or break through. It's a lot of cool mechanics in this game. They just need to polish it. And it needs a lot of polishing. And I don't know if they will have enough time to polish it, or even add in better things to help out the second beta for this game. For Xbox and PC players, yeah, it's going to suck. You know, playing a very slow-paced, boring game that has no action to it. But just think about the PS4 players, too. Playing for the second time, they have to play through the exact same thing that they did in the first beta. Some might go mental from the second beta. Some might just quit Call of Duty completely. So let's hope for the best with this beta, guys. It's tomorrow. Things are about to get serious on the channel. As you guys know, I'm going to be recording a ton of gameplay. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is my goal. It is my job. I'm making it my job now to record as much as I can. The second I get home from work, I am going to get as many clips as I can, because I don't want to go back to Black Ops 4, and I would rather just post a bunch of Modern Warfare content, live gameplay, regular commentaries, and even if it is a topic that's about another Call of Duty game or anything, I would just prefer to have Modern Warfare gameplay. So guys, it was a pleasure building up this channel with Black Ops 4, seriously. That's where it actually started up, where a lot of you guys have come to see me and watch my channel and view all my content. So seriously, it was a complete honor making all of these videos for you guys, but it is time to move on to the next game, a much better chapter. Here's to hope, because I'm very hopeful that Infinity Ward can fix this game. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, you can always dislike. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw, you can always subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button. Also, if you want to chat with me, keep up to date with the channel, you can follow me on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And if you want to catch me live streaming any games, Borderlands, Call of Duty, Battlefield, I'm over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan as well. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.